Once upon a time in a land far, far away, there lived a mighty man named Samson. Samson was special because he had been gifted with incredible strength. But this strength wasn't just for lifting heavy things or winning arm wrestling matches. You see, it was a gift from God, and it was linked to a very important promise called the Nazirite vow. This vow meant that Samson had to follow certain rules like never cutting his hair. Now, even though Samson was very strong, he had a secret weakness. He loved a woman named Delilah. Delilah was not as kind or honest as she seemed. She had her own plans and promised to discover the secret of Samson's strength for the people who were afraid of him. These people were the Philistines, and they really wanted to capture Samson. Delilah tried many tricks to get Samson to tell her the secret. She asked him many times, "Oh, Samson, tell me, why are you so strong?" But Samson was smart and answered with made-up stories. He said things like, "If you tie me up with fresh ropes, I'll become as weak as any ordinary man." Of course, when Delilah tried these tricks, Samson snapped out of them easily, leaving Delilah frustrated. However, Samson's love for Delilah was deep, and one day, he finally gave in. He told her the truth. "My strength comes from my hair. It's never been cut because it's a promise between me and God." Delilah listened carefully and knew she had the key to Samson's strength. Later that night, as Samson slept, Delilah cut his hair. When he awoke, he found himself weak, his strength gone just as he had said. The Philistines came and captured Samson easily. It was a sad time, but there is more to this tale. Living in the Philistines' prison, Samson thought about what had happened. He realized the importance of his promise and felt sorry for not keeping it. Even in his darkness, he found a spark of light and began to pray to God. "Oh God, give me strength just this once," he pleaded. God heard Samson's prayer and granted him one final burst of incredible strength. During a big celebration where the Philistines were mocking Samson and his God, he was brought to entertain them. With his renewed strength, Samson pushed against the pillars of the building and brought it down. Although he lost his life in the process, Samson defeated more Philistines that day than he had in all his mighty battles. The story of Samson is a tale that teaches children and adults alike important lessons. It shows us that obedience to commitments is essential, just as Samson's strength was linked to his promise to God. It warns of the consequences of being swayed by temptation, showing how Samson's love for Delilah led him to falter. Lastly, it reminds us of the power of faith, as even in his weakest moments, Samson believed and called upon God. Indeed, we learn that no matter how strong we may think we are, we have to stay true to what we believe is right and resist weaknesses and temptations. For in faith and fidelity, real strength is found.